the sudden impact.
Okay, what'd you say, Aubrey? They liked my concept. That's amazing!
Who the hell's Aubrey?
Why are you screaming?
I'm not! You make me this way! Gives me hypertension! Let's take it to the match!
Awesome!
Chuck Diamond here this week from Bartonville, Illinois, bringing you this Tag Team Championship matchup. We will explain here in a little bit why you see the Butcher here in the ring, but it's going to be the Butcher and Yoder defending the titles against Gavin Alexander and Robbie McCann representing Empire. Normally in this case of JL ringside, I'd be joined in the broadcast booth by Gerald Touchon. Gerald Touchon has recently retired from announcing, so I'm flying it solo here this week. But yes, indeed, the Butcher replacing Zeke here in this matchup. Zeke recently involved in an accident with a horse and buggy. From my understanding, he fell off the horse and got run over. From my understanding, though, he is doing just fine, and he will be back at some point in the future. As right now, we do have the Butcher replacing Yoder in this particular matchup. But will they be able to retain the Tag Team Championship against the two-time Midwest Impact Pro Tag Team Champions Robbie McCann and Gavin Alexander? Yes, indeed, and Yoder with the definite size advantage on Robbie McCann, but Robbie McCann would have the speed. He'd have that advantage on Yoder. Robbie McCann still known as the Muscle, despite some discrepancies regarding his size, indeed. Yes, indeed, Yoder, he's wanting to test his strength with the Muscle. I don't think there's going to be much of a challenge there. As right now, Robbie McCann talking over strategy with Gavin Alexander. And we have JL at ringside along with also and we have a tie-up here. And Robbie McCann gets powered into the corner by Yoder. And I was saying also in the corner of Yoder, and the Butcher is the handler of the Butcher. He remains unnamed. And right now, yes indeed, Robbie McCann goes behind him. And who else is that outside of the ring? I cannot tell from this vantage point. Just somebody. And you see, oh yes indeed, I'm just now noticing Corporate Americana outside the ring, which gives Empire even more of a numbers advantage here. And I don't think the handler of the Butcher is going to pose any threat to Empire whatsoever. And Robbie McCann, however, he's in trouble at the moment at the hands of Yoder. Yoder with the right hand and a knife-edge chop in the corner to Robbie McCann. Yoder now and another knife-edge chop. Robbie McCann in some trouble and a right hand and another. And now Yoder, he has him up. A sidewalk slam perhaps. Yes indeed. And Robbie McCann is down. Yoder hooks that leg but only gets the 2 count. Yes, indeed, and the tag team that Yoder and Zeke won those championships from well over a year ago, about a year and a half ago, was Gavin Alexander and Robbie McCann. And yes, we wish Zeke a speedy recovery indeed, as Yoder hits Robbie McCann with an elbow drop. And now Yoder, he hooks that leg and only gets a 2 count. Corporate Americana and JL outside the ring. This cannot be a good thing for Yoder and the Butcher. But what I will say about the Butcher is I have not seen the Butcher actually be fazed by anything since he has come into Midwest Impact Pro. It's as if that man is impervious to pain as he is tagged into the ring by Yoder. And that's the last man the Empire want to contend with here. And Yoder, as we have seen, he is after, more in particular, JL. And Robbie McCann, what does he think? I thought that was a legal tag. Oh, I guess that's the legal tag right here. So Yoder now tags out to the Butcher, and the Butcher slowly steps into the ring. And the unnamed handler of the Butcher trying to rally the fans behind him. And Robbie just goes right after him. And he gets taken down with a club and fist to the back by the Butcher. And now he gets him up in a belly-to-back suplex. Robbie McCann in some trouble yet again here. We have not seen Gavin Alexander in this match legally. And a headbutt by Yoder. And down goes Robbie McCann. Or excuse me, not Yoder, the Butcher. Both men are so big, and I'm excited for this match indeed. And excuse me for any flubs on air as Gavin Alexander comes into the ring. And he actually, he wants to face the Butcher head on. This is the first time we've seen Gavin Alexander in this matchup. And Yoder, or excuse me, the Butcher just stared a hole through Gavin Alexander, and Gavin Alexander just, and they tie up here, and Gavin Alexander, he's backing the Butcher up. I don't think I've ever seen, but the Butcher is outpowering Gavin Alexander, and they break off. Both men feeling one another out. I don't know if you can call the Butcher a man. They both shove one another. Gavin Alexander hits the ropes. A shoulder tackle does not budge. The Butcher hits the ropes. Shoulder tackle doesn't budge. Gavin Alexander. Now Gavin Alexander hits the rope. And the Butcher takes Gavin Alexander's head off with a clothesline. Gavin Alexander is down. And JL throwing a hissy fit at ringside. That's not very unlike JL as Yoder gets tagged back into the ring. And now Robbie McCann is back. And Yoder with a fist, with a right hand to Robbie McCann, and a headlock. Robbie McCann, he's in some trouble here, and that's a lot of weight to be coming down on you with the headlock. And a headlock takeover by Yoder. I have never seen this type of wrestling from Yoder. And now Yoder laying in some more blows to Robbie McCann. And a leg drop. This is what we're more familiar with from Yoder. Yoder, a very big man and a tough customer indeed. That's why he's one half of the tag team champions. Robbie McCann takes his leg out. And now he's the right hands to Yoder by Robbie McCann. And Robbie McCann, he has a hold of Yoder and he tags Gavin Alexander. And now Gavin Alexander putting the boots to Yoder. This had to be the strategy of Robbie McCann and Gavin Alexander to neutralize Yoder, because the Butcher has never shown any signs of pain. Like I said, I believe the man is impervious to pain, so they want to keep Yoder in the ring as much as possible so they have a better chance of winning those tag team championships, as Gavin Alexander takes Yoder down with a clothesline. It's very sound strategy, as much as I hate to admit it. As Gavin Alexander with a headbutt to Yoder, he only gets a 2 count. You're not going to beat Yoder by putting 2 hands on the chest. You better hook that leg, Gavin Alexander. As right now, Gavin Alexander brings Yoder right back up. There's a reason that these men are former 2-time tag team champions. Robbie McCann in the ring, dropped hold. Gavin Alexander hits the ropes, and an elbow drop to the back of Yoder, and another one by Robbie McCann. And now Robbie McCann hits the ropes, and a third elbow drop. I'm not even sure if there was a tag. And now the referee makes a count and only gets a 2 count. Robbie McCann now choking Yoder. Referee laying down that count. Robbie McCann breaks before the count of 5. That would have been a disqualification. And now Robbie McCann gets Yoder right back up to his feet. And look, JL. What is JL doing outside the ring? And JL, I mean, he's... Wait just 1 second! Corporate Americana, he was choking Yoder outside the ring behind the referee's back! And JL can be a very distracted individual indeed. I'm so disgusted the past couple years I've had to sit in the broadcast booth with that man. And he's wearing that god-awful jacket as right now Gavin Alexander going to work on Yoder. And now he continues to go to work on Yoder. And he just kicked the leg right out of Yoder. And a forearm shot to Yoder, takes him down, goes for the pin, doesn't hook the leg, and only gets a 2 count. Like I mentioned earlier, you are not going to defeat Yoder that way, Gavin Alexander. He has Yoder in the corner. And Yoder definitely with the height advantage, but the weight advantage might be with Gavin Alexander here. And now Gavin Alexander sets himself up in the opposite corner. Misses with a splash. Yoder moves out of the way. Ducks the clothesline of Gavin Alexander. And a belly-to-belly suplex. Down goes Gavin Alexander. What power by Yoder. Referee laying down that 10 count. And wait just 1 second. What is going on here? Well, we see JL, like I said, is very distracting, especially if you're on commentary. And now, wait just 1 second. What is Corporate Americana doing here? He has the handler of the Butcher by the hair. What is he thinking? The Butcher goes after him. Oh my God, he's going to tear up Corporate Americana. He's ramming his head right into that apron. And, oh, geez. And he rams him into the ring post, but wait just 1 second. He's not on the apron. And from behind, Gavin Alexander and Robbie. Looks like a knee right to Yoder. And wait a minute. And they get a 3 count. We have new Midwest Impact Pro Tag Team Champions for the 3rd time. Robbie McCann and Gavin Alexander. They had sound strategy. However, the Butcher was distracted outside the ring by Corporate Americana going after his handler, and he was not up on the apron when Yoder was looking for the tag due to the distraction. I tell you what, Empire, they are very cunning indeed, led by none other than JL, and now Robbie McCann and Gavin Alexander are 3-time Midwest Impact Pro Tag Team Champions, and I do not like it one bit. They kept the Butcher out of the ring. That was their strategy. But then Corporate Americana goes after the Butcher's handler when Yoder was looking for that tag. I tell you what, one of these days, JL is going to get what is coming to him at the hands of the Butcher. Yes, indeed. And Yoder, he's beside himself outside the ring. He should have been able to make the tag. But thanks to Corey Americana, we have new Midwest Impact Pro Tag Team Champions.
Welcome back.
Hollywood Hanson is making his return, and it's going to be bigger and better and badder than ever.
What the hell are you talking about?
I pitched a movie, and there's a director that wants to make it. It's all about whatever happened to Judy Winslow. Remember Judy Winslow from the show? Well, we can't say it. But
this has been Sudden Impact.
y'all gonna love it.